All right, and now we get to the conclusion of another ongoing saga, the back and forth between Aries Spears and DJ Vlad. Earlier in the week, Spears had announced that he would be giving one final response to Vlad on his podcast, and that would be the end of it. No more going back and forth. One last statement, and then he's done. Well, Wednesday arrived, and he delivered on that promise. Here's the honest assessment, though. If you were expecting major revelations, this wasn't it. The one concrete thing Spears confirmed in his final response that hadn't been explicitly stated before was that, yes, he does wear makeup. Beyond that, the response didn't introduce much that was genuinely new to the conversation. But what it did reveal, perhaps unintentionally, was how this entire situation started in the first place. And the origin story is actually pretty telling. According to Spears himself, it wasn't his interviews going viral or his metrics spiking on Vlad's platform that triggered the dispute. It was a YouTube comment. Someone left a comment essentially telling him that the only reason they subscribed to Vlad's channel was because of Aries Spears. That comment got back to him, it validated something he already believed about his own value, and he took it directly to Vlad, making the case that he was driving subscribers to the platform and deserved to be compensated accordingly. And that decision, going to
fuck.
Oh, we're doing this?
We're doing this. Listen, man, it's I don't know. Listen, I don't know internet shit. I hear words like algorithm, viral. I don't know that this is going viral, but it's everywhere, and apparently everybody got something to say. Listen, man. Just so y'all know how this whole thing really popped off. I said to Vlad about wanting more money. He said to me, and listen, sometimes, and I'm guilty of this myself, the way you talk to people. If you don't talk to people the right way, and I'm not saying I talk to him the wrong way, but Vlad is such a narcissist and sensitive. And listen, I'm an egomaniac. I got my flaws as far as some of that goes, so I'm owning up to that. But I'm also not gonna kiss your ass, which is to say, I guess in Vlad's mind, maybe I approached this wrong, even though I just simply said, yo, man, I would like a little bit more money. To which he said, and this is where he kind of rubbed me wrong, where he just goes, something, and he said it so blatantly, like, you don't do what Boozy does, and I don't care what people say in terms of them telling you, yo, I watch the show for you. When you're not on, I don't care for it. When you're on, I buy subscriptions. The minute you leave, I cancel the subscription. All I'm simply gonna say is there's value in that. And I know I don't get the numbers that Boosie gets. So I'm not asking for what Boosie gets. But what I'm saying is, if there is value and people telling you that, yo, I watch because of him, I get subscriptions because of him, well, the nigga, break a little bread. Because if I'm the last of the Mohicans, and I thought Tony Yayo wasn't on anymore, but he still is. As far as I know, Lord Jamar quit. Godfrey, I know for sure, quit. Boozy, because he's not getting the money he wants, he quit. If I'm one of the last staples left that generate numbers, work with me. And the main thing that struck me wrong is I said, Vlad, don't tell me my worth. Because while you might feel I'm not, and maybe he thought I was asking for what Boozy was, which I wasn't. And I thought I made that clear. I'm just saying that if I have any value, let's talk. But to simply go, oh, I'm not gonna pay you just based off what people say. And I'm going, I think there's value in that. And then so he goes, yo, I'm gonna call you, let's talk about it. And at the time he wanted to talk, I couldn't talk. I was busy. So then when I didn't call him at the time he told me to call him, next thing I know, I see the clip of him talking shit. So I text him and simply said, you know what? And like, I was almost rubbing my forehead when I did it. It's like, man, please tell me that you're not doing what I think you're doing. Please tell me you're not throwing me under the bus because I didn't call you back. Like, please, Vlad. And I literally text him all this. Please, I didn't even watch the interview because I'm just hoping you're not doing what I think you are. His reply, fuck you.
Well,
wait. And then the next thing I know, here we are.
Wait, I like that.
And just for the record, to all you people hitting me up, going, yo, man, y'all need to make up and get back on the show because y'all two are like Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali and the chemistry. That ship has sailed.
No,
it
hasn't.
That it's almost like a slave ship. that they got the niggas off of Africa and they went to America, that is gone.
Like Ike and Tina, you're going to be back together.
No, sir. No, sir.
Come on. Okay,
No, sir.
but
Not after all the shit he said about me, about Andy, and the lies. But go ahead.
all right. So he said, what time works? You said 5 p.m.
No, I didn't. I said, I'll let you
After
know.
5.
I said, I'll let you know.
I saw the screenshots.
I know, but I'm just saying, at first I said, I'll let you know. I'm not sure. Then he picked the time. He said, let's do it at 5. And I never responded him.
What was the thumbs up for?
I'd have to see. I don't know what you did.
Okay. So I thought you said after 5. Then you didn't call him.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, hey, blah, blah, blah. You still want to, but you never responded. Then he reached out again and was like, hey, you still want to talk? And then you're like, at some point.
Okay.
So
that
you're
warrants-
coming here trying to
hold on.
ask for more money.
Hold
and
on.
then,
Wait. But even if I said that, okay, at some point, I'm busy. At some point.
But there's probably stuff leading up to it.
But tell me what about that warrants you going, I'm going to just completely lie, throw this nigga under the bus and talk shit.
Yeah,
I said at some point.
Maybe.
Here's what you're not going to do.
Reaction.
You're not going to beckon me. And this is where Vlad's ego and him being a narcissist. You're not going to beckon me. You're not summoning me. I'm busy, nigga. I got shit to do. And despite what a lot of people believe, my legacy does not live and die on Vlad TV.
No one said it.
No. Because people in the comments love to go, and I can show you. Man, your career, man. You done fucked up. You done fumbled the bag, man. Your career. Listen, motherfuckers, I've been doing this for 30 plus decades. Before Vlad was ever
30 years.
36 years.
Yeah, but 30 decades is
30 years. I mean, my bad. 3 decades and change. My legacy does not rest on Vlad. Before Vlad was ever a thought, 16 years, started at 14, 16 years old, debut HBO Def Comedy Jam, Martin Lawrence. 17 years old, Showtime at the Apollo, Sinbad. Appearances on Different World. 8 years on a TV sketch show that won Emmys. Movies like Jerry Maguire, The Pest with John Leguizamo, How to Sync with LL Cool J. Fucking even movies that weren't great, that were fucking Break My Weed up on the DVD movies. What at what point do you think, oh my God, my career hinges on Vlad? Fuck Vlad. That was a chance for me to make a little bit of paper while I'm at versus being at home playing PlayStation. You niggas kill me with that bullshit. Oh, your career, Vlad. Are you fucking serious? There's a reason why niggas, and I don't ever own up to this. There's a reason why I'm called GOAT. There's a reason why I'm called legend. And again, I'll never buy into that because one, my ego ain't that big. A lie. And Vlad, you're a liar. When it was me, Andy, Ryan Davis, wanting to, let's take pictures and your arm around Andy and your arm around me like we boys. And because you're such a narcissist, like I said, yo, shout me out. Shout me out. And I didn't do it. And I told you I didn't do it because you wanted it to be about you. This is my moment. I'm on stage. But you want people to know Vlad is in the house. Which is why you can't keep your motherfucking monkey ass behind the camera. You got to get interviewed because you want people to know who you are. You want that face. You want the women to know who you are so you can fuck more black pussy. Niggas, stop it. So that's why I didn't shout you out. Fuck out of here, shout me out. And listen, Sugar Ray Leonard has come to my show. Gary Payton, Too Short, Ice-T, Tretch, and I shouted them out, not because, and they didn't ask for it. They wouldn't do that. But I shouted them out because those are legends that came to my show, which makes me feel good to know I'm important enough for legends and important people to come see me. But the clip I saw, you go, so Aries, when he comes to my studio, he berates and disrespects my staff. He's rude. He talks crazy to him. And you gave this one example where I just put the phone down and went, you fucking liar. He goes, Aries brings a towel with him because he sweats. And one day he forgot his towel. So he stopped the taping and told, and let me be clear. When you go do Vlad TV, there's 2 people in the room. There's Vlad and his camera guy who also does the sound. And I signed the thing saying you could use my likeness. Those are the only two people in the room outside of me. So you saying staff, like you got a 15-man team. It's one motherfucker. And at no point did I go, stop. And you said, I stopped him and I told him, go to the store and get me a cloth. And we had to wait till he came back and brought me what I demanded. That never fucking happened ever. And when I go to Vlad, the most conversation I have with his cameraman is, hey, how you doing? He mics me, I sign a little tablet, and that's it. We have never exchanged words, me and your camera guy, ever. I put that on my kids' lives and myself. If I'm lying, maybe all not wake up tomorrow. That is like Tony Soprano. And my daughter's fucking eyes. That's never happened, you fucking liar, you fucking snake.
Tell me about Candace,
Who's Candace?
makeup artist.
What about her?
She's all the rave now. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, she's a makeup artist. And yeah, for the record, yes, I would have a makeup artist cover up the dark spots around my eyes because one, it's hot as a motherfucker with them lights on. So yes, I do sweat, hence the towel. And with the makeup on and the powder, it helps stop the sweating so I don't perspire as much. But I'm not ashamed about that. Listen, when you go on any late night talk show, whether it's Leno, Colbert, Letterman, whatever, the guests put on makeup. They put on makeup. When you shoot a movie, in the movies, you put on makeup. So that's nothing new. So fuck you for that too.
Just to clear that up, though, is that his makeup artist or you bring the makeup artist in?
I know Candace. He knows Candace. So we both like when I go in there, he just calls Candace to come in and do it.
And here's the thing. Even Andy, Spears' own co-host and close friend, essentially acknowledged that Spears didn't handle this situation perfectly. Because when you break it down, the sequence of events tells a pretty clear story. Spears requested a meeting with Vlad to discuss a pay increase. They agreed on a time. Spears didn't show up at the agreed time, and then the next morning, Vlad still reached out and asked, "Do you still want to have this conversation?" And Spears' response was a non-committal, "Yeah, at some point." That's not how you handle a serious negotiation. That's how you handle a conversation you were never fully committed to having in the first place. And that's the read a lot of people are walking away with. Spears didn't really want to get on that call with Vlad. What he wanted was for Vlad to chase him, to come back and make a bigger offer unprompted. He'd heard from commenters that he was valuable, he believed it, and he expected Vlad to come to that same conclusion on his own. But when Vlad said no and didn't chase, Spears couldn't absorb that rejection gracefully, and that's where things unraveled. This pattern isn't entirely unfamiliar either. The falling out between Spears and his longtime collaborator Earthquake followed a similar dynamic, a business relationship that deteriorated when expectations didn't align, and neither party was willing to navigate the tension productively. It's worth noting that how someone handles professional disagreements in one space tends to reflect how they handle them everywhere. Now, one detail that did get a reaction was the claim that DJ Vlad used to ask Spears for shoutouts while Spears was performing on stage. That struck a lot of people as an odd dynamic, and you could understand why Spears found it uncomfortable. A platform owner asking a guest for promotional mentions mid-performance is an unusual ask, and it's one of the